Yo, guys, what's up? It's your boy Luke here. Today I'm going to be talking about the great thoughtlessness that plagues my generation and all those who are affected by technology. Um, it's the second video of the day, guys. This is my first time doing this. I'm a little tired, but I was like, why don't I lay for like 30 minutes? While I was sitting outside eating a burrito. I just wasn't doing anything. I don't know. And I just sat there for a while, just deep in thought. And I was like, I should do this for longer. So then I sat on my couch for like 30 minutes, talked to God, just being chilling. And now I'm here. So, I'd like to talk about the great thoughtlessness. I already said this. Okay. Pretty much, there's a lot of different reasons that people are thoughtless today. I mean, it can be explained with basic psychology in the idea that your mind can only contain so much, right? So, like, you can only presently hold so much in your head until you push it into the subconscious, according to Carl Jung. That's why we store, or that's like what causes the storing of things into the subconscious. It's not in your conscious mind anymore. Boop, deleted, and it's not gone fully, right? You can still tap into it. Anyways, we're not going to talk about Jung too much today. This is more about practical theory, applied theory. It's not really explaining terms. Um, so me and my roommate were talking a while ago, and he's like, the people of today have the knowledge of scholars of the past, and he's right. Like, I agree with him. That's just a good way to put it. But like, think about this. Even at the age of 10 years old, with everything you're learning in school and everything you're consuming extracurricularly, you literally have so much information that you could talk about. Like, so much. And this is stuff that, like, even just 300 years ago would be considered insane amounts of knowledge. Just because there's so many things residing within you. I mean, like, even just about video games. I could talk about some of the video games I like, explaining it for hours, bro. For hours. Seriously? Like, when you think about this is in so many different areas of your life, bro. You know? And so, why is this a problem of today and not before? You'd have to read the stuff before. You'd have to seek after it. Not to mention, like, schooling 300 years ago and earlier than that was so basic or just non-existent. Most of your understanding of the world was religion and the things that were confined into your daily life, such as your trade and basic household things and some like basic understanding of some kind of science-esque principles. But there wasn't much there, you know? Like, I genuinely think that if you were on TikTok for 20 minutes a day for a month, the amount of information you would have intook is insane. Even if it's just jokes and stuff. Because you're keeping up with certain creators, right? And you're kind of getting pushed into communities. So what happens when you're on the educational TikTok, the one talking about stupid stuff? Like, I honestly think that educational TikTok is the stupidest thing ever. Like, read the books if you want to grow to understand things. Like, just read primary sources. What's wrong with you? You know? But anyways, guys. It's a big problem. It's a really big problem. Not to mention, it's kind of like, have you ever heard of the idea that it's like, this is a parable. It's like a man climbs to the top of a mountain. He looks around. He's both astounded by everything he sees, yet paralyzed by the severe amount, right? There's so much to look at. So much amazement. That's kind of what we see. It's a paralyzation of the mind. There's so much going on, you don't even know what to believe. You don't even have family values anymore. You know? Like, and this is a big problem, guys. This is a really big problem. you're just consuming so much that like you become thoughtless, literally. And people become uncomfortable with their thoughts in being acclimated to this stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and what happens when you're not acclimated to thinking? Well, what is a panic attack, guys? What is it? A severe anxietal moment triggered by something. Come at me if you want. I don't think that you can get a panic attack if you think of the thing that gives you panic attacks. Right? I mean, the escapism is crazy. And it's rampant, bro. It's everyone. I mean, like, think about this. People observed this phenomenon with TVs. Once they came out. TVs, yeah, it's going to take away some of your thoughts and stuff. But it's nothing close to the stimulus of a cell phone that you're using every day, that you have with you 24/7. People are like, you're brainwashing the children. You know? And like when computers first came out, it's pretty typical that kids weren't allowed to just sit on it, you know? Because I think that like to observe how phenomenon changes a society, you can't look at it 50 years later from the perspective of that point. You have to look at it from the beginning of how people thought of it, right? And then you'll kind of understand like how the shift is. For example, seatbelts. When they introduced seatbelts into society, people were like, this is outrageous. Like, why do I have to wear this stupid thing? It's gonna beep at me now. And I don't think they had that beeping then. They're like, why is this a law? Like, can I not choose my own freedom, my safety, right? If I don't want to wear a seatbelt, you can't make me be safe. Because that's just what people are used to. It's just like free reign, pretty much. The government's gonna, we don't care, bro. You know? But, this thoughtlessness is great. And I remember when I used to smoke weed a lot. And I was talking to one of my friends in a parking garage. And I was like, bro, you really should delete TikTok. Like, seriously, it's not good. My boy's like, bro, you're talking about how we shouldn't be on TikTok, but you're high as we speak. And genuinely, guys, I think that this stuff is more damaging than drugs. I can for real say that. Wholeheartedly, I believe this. And I was like, well, yeah. Yeah, I'm saying this while I'm high. I don't really smoke anymore, guys, so it's chill. But like, the Bible says to be of sober mind. First Peter 5:8-9. It's the King James version. Of course, guys, I'm not a heretic. Like, come on. My friend's trying to sell me on the Geneva Bible, saying that everything else is heretical. I was like, bro, no one reads that for a reason. Caleb, I'm talking to you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary is the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may destroy. Devour. Sorry, guys. Verse 9. Whom resisteth steadfast in faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. We have to resist from this stuff. And they're talking about how it sucks. It's literally what they're saying. Like, it's not fun. This isn't like a good thing. Like the English Standard Version says, resist him knowing that the same kinds of suffering are being experienced by your brotherhood. Because it's not a fun thing to be like, I'm not going to do that stuff, guys. You know? Like, I used to feel excluded when I first deleted TikTok in like 2021. I was like, man, this kind of sucks. You know? But, we're all experiencing together, guys. Because if you're not experiencing this, you're not one of my brethren. It's true, guys. Like, And you could just see the effect that this has, guys. It's not that you're unsobering actually, chemically, right? You're not actually unsobering yourself. You're not doing drugs by being on TikTok, but you're unsobering your mind. Because what is it to not be sober? Not correct, right? You're not like in your proper state. And what happens when you consume insane amounts of information? You're not in your proper state. You're not really able to think. And that's why you see the decline in attention spans, you see the decline in reason logically, stuff like that. This stuff is tremendous, guys. Seriously. Like, it's a really big thing. It really changes our world. And it's just tragic, you know? It just sucks. Like, no one even sits in their head anymore. Like, I don't even find myself doing it that much. It's kind of like when I was laying on my couch just now, I was like, this is how people used to live all the time, bro. Like, being comfortable with boredom is very rare in my people, in my generation. You know? It's like, go, go, go. And I'm kind of go, go, go in the sense that, like, I'm just fucking bouncing off the walls all the time and shit. But, like, I can sit for, like, a little bit. That's what bothers me. Like, not all my friends are like this, but some of them for sure, like, we're gonna be sitting together, just hanging out, and they're just on their phone. And I'm like, bro, we're together. Like, why are you not talking? You know? Because people can't take a moment of silence. You see people in lines to get food on their phone. Like, I'm definitely guilty of that. This fosters a lack of interaction. This fosters a lack of thought. A lack of a correct mind in the way that it's made to be. And, like, when you sleep, you're forming memories, right? So there's a limited amount of time to do this. So, let's say you do nothing all day. You're going to remember a lot more less significant things than that of if you were to be doing a lot of stuff all day. Then you're going to forget some of the things that, like, would be significant on a normal day, but just because you did so many more significant things, you forget, right? It's like if you were to learn, just in case you guys don't understand already, it's like if you were to learn a lot of stuff on one day, or you were to learn two things on another day. When do you think you're going to know the things better? Obviously on the day that you learn two things, right? So it's the same thing. It's really the same principle, guys. It really does suck to see. And, like, I don't mean to sound like everyone, ever, but I'm very concerned about this next coming generation. I see the skibbity videos sometimes on Instagram. It's like a little kid. I saw one. It was a kid and he's outside and he's like, I hate nature. I only want skibbity toilet. It's like, this is tragic, bro. This is tragic. This is the other thing having to do with absent-mindedness. This is interesting to me. I learned a while ago, and I think it was in a psychology class, maybe I was just reading, that people who abuse substances tend to have overactive brains, so they feel a need to slow it down. Yet I almost see the opposite. You know, I feel like it's often people who are very disassociative. Like, I knew this one girl. She definitely had, like, some big disassociation problems. Like, some bad stuff, really bad stuff happened when she was a kid. Like, horrendous. The R word. And, she'd disassociate a lot. But she loved to do drugs. Not actually, like, a lot. But, like, she liked to drink and stuff. And it's, like, it's just interesting to me, I guess. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, why is it people that are kind of gone all the time mentally that like to do the drugs? I think it's also because, like, they're already in an unproductive state. Like, I don't really like to drink that much or anything like that because I feel so shitty, bro. I feel so unproductive. Like, what's wrong with me? I mean, and, like, because a lot of other things. But that's a big part of it. You know? But it's just interesting. Like, I mean, I think part of it could be that, like, people attribute anxiety to being kind of absent-minded almost. Like, you're just avoiding your life and stuff and your thoughts. That's also another interesting thing to me. People avoiding their thoughts. I've literally never been able to do that, guys. When I've talked about this in other videos. I have ADHD, quote unquote, if that's even real. I don't know. And like, I'll be, I can't take myself out of my head. Is the point I was gonna make. Like, I can be doing something. I can be having full blown conversation with someone, and I'm running another line of thought in my head at the same time. Like that's why people with the ADHD can get like sensory overload. Quote. That's some fucking take. That's some liberal autistic shit. I almost said TikTok, bro. I just started blaming everything on TikTok at this point. But like, I don't actually get sensory overload. Just sometimes I'm like, oh, this is fucking horrible. But like, bro, what is going on? I don't even know. Like when I'm in like a lunchroom or something like that, I can hear the words that everyone's saying. I'm processing each conversation individually. I'm just like, fuck, bro, this is horrible. That's why I hate the bus. I hated the bus, bro. So I could hear everyone talking at the same time, overlaying and shit. I was so conscious of it. Like, I just can't block stuff out like that. So like, I've never been able to escape my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, even it doesn't matter what I'm thinking or anything like that. I can't just like, let's not think about that. I can't like pull up an interesting thing and stop thinking about it. You know? And like, at the multiple lines of thought, I'm for sure slower at like being articulate with one of them. But like, I just can't leave them like that. I mean, okay, that's not true actually, guys. There are like a few things. This is interesting. When there's physical, sorry guys, this is so off topic. When there's physical consequences or benefits to the action I'm doing, I can actually make myself focus. This is very interesting. Like when I'm skiing, I'm not really thinking about random stuff. Or like, I don't know, certain things just take me out of my head like that, but it's very rare. Um, but it's just a tragedy, guys. It really is. You know? Because a nation of stupid heads makes a nation of poor choices. You know? And just wait, guys. Wait until we see the stuff that these kids are doing that grow up on TikTok and stuff. Like, I told my psych teacher that, and he's like, well, every generation says that the next generation of kids is going to be bad. I sound like a psych major, guys. I'm a journalism major. So. And I was like, no, bro, this one's different. Like, seriously. It's like, well, we'll see. I'm like, bro, I don't want to see. Like, it's horrible. Like, this stuff, genuinely, I want to raise my kids outside of the U.S. now. Seriously. Outside of the first world. Because the whole first world's poison, bro. They're all horrible. Like, I say that the U.S. is bad. But I know that in, like, most of the EU countries, it's, like, really bad socially. What they're like and stuff. It's just a mess, guys. I honestly might record another video on a different topic. I'm just so full of stuff today, guys. Like, I don't know what's going on. Really. Quite truly. Yeah, but, like, seriously, guys, it's a mess. And I honestly do think, this is interesting, I do think that millennial parents are going to be a lot more free range with the technology. Because millennials got introduced to the tech and stuff, like, a bit into their lives. Like, the phones and stuff taking over. Like, they had a bit of time to load. But, like, my generation, we got, like, phones and stuff came out in, like, what? When were iPhones popularized? I don't know. I'm not actually sure, to be honest. I should probably, like, look it up. Maybe, like, mid-2010s, early 2010s, probably. Like, 2011, 2012, I don't know. Something like that. But social medias weren't really as popular then, you know? Like, there was, like, a lot of people were on Instagram and stuff, but it wasn't, like, it was not like it is today, especially with the algorithms. The algorithms are such a problem. Because so many people just don't have control of themselves to not. Well, it's personalized to me. Like, it's perfect. Why wouldn't I go? My brother. That's also like, that's why I don't post on TikTok or anything. Like, do you know how many more viewers I could get if I started uploading clips to TikTok? Like, a lot. But I don't even want them, bro. Like, seriously. That's why I don't put anything. My videos aren't meant to be stimulating. They're meant to just. If you want to listen to my thoughts, like, that's cool. I spend a lot of time thinking and researching and stuff. So, like, I'd hope that this could be actually meaningful to someone. Hopefully this resonates with someone. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I do have faith that, like, oh, back to my thought. So, millennials don't see the evil in it as much versus my generation. Grew up with it, the quarantine and all this nonsense. I think that they're going to be a lot more against it, although not all of them, because a lot of them are just fried, bro, mentally. They're just gone. It's like, damn. But I think a millennial parent is a lot more likely to just give the kid the iPad so they'll shut up. This is the other part of it too. There's a lot of fear mongering that goes on when you're on social media, especially to women. You know, they're a lot more likely to get sold on it. Like me, I'm gonna be like, go outside, bro. I don't care. I don't care after like 5. And like they'll figure stuff out. And maybe they'll fall or something. And like they'll be fine. You know. But I think that people being scared of the outdoors, what nature could be hiding. Yeah, that's the helicopter, bro. 17 gunshots went off. I was counting. It was a pistol. Definitely 9mm. I couldn't say what exactly. I don't know what has 17 rounds. It was probably an extended clip, but it was definitely semi-auto. It was like bang, 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 bang. Bro's just going crazy, and then the police went over like 5 minutes later. It's honestly sad, like hearing people get shot this much. I'm like, man. I was telling my roommate one day, I'm like, I could see why living in a place like this could give people mental illness. Like, seriously, like growing up in a climate where you're hearing people get shot on a few day basis. Whew. Sheesh. Anyways, guys, that's all. That's all. Raise your children well. That's all I can say. Try and help people around you out of it. If you know what works for you and you're not helping everyone around you, you're not their brother or their friend. Actually, that's Tentacion. He said that. It's on June in SoundCloud. It's the start of it. I didn't listen to the rest. I just like that one part. It's 30 minutes long. I don't know. It's like music after that. That's all.